Welcome to Beyond the Front Door. We're here to tour a house on Norris Lake in La Follette, Tennessee. Thanks for joining us. We are going to showcase a house here on Norris, and we think you're going to enjoy it. Enjoy taking this tour with us. We're on the Big Creek area of Norris Lake, and that is just up from the dam and near several different marinas located in La Follette, Tennessee, and in a convenient area of Big Creek. And that is, a lot of us locals use the creek names like Cove Creek, Cedar Creek, Big Creek, but it is an area with the Big Creek subdivision, also Cove Point. You may be familiar with that subdivision. Those are all on Big Creek, as well as Windsor Point and Bankston and Bankwood. Those all are on the shores of this area. We're in the kitchen, and it is huge. So you've got lots of cabinet space, an island, and it's situated so that you can actually have people sit here. They can either help cook or they can watch you cook, depending on what kind of crowd you have. I know at my house, maybe it's because of the way I am, I want to do the work myself and have people just visit with me. But you've got space for either way you want to do it. If you're familiar with Norris Lake, you know that we have a huge rental market here. So this has been a rental in the past, could be again. Very desirable area on the lake, and if you want to gather a lot of people, this is a great kitchen to do it in. So you've got stainless steel appliances. You do have a dishwasher, a great view from the sink, lots of cabinet space, and lots of space to gather. The dining room's attached right over here, and you can go right out to the deck and grill. Let's go out to the deck. This deck actually wraps all the way around to the side of the house, and the same way this direction, but you can actually see a beautiful lake view, and you have tons of space here. You've got yard, which is sometimes unique on this lake to have a little bit of level yard, and the driveway is not terrible bad either, so you've got a great piece of property here, a great location. This living room space is very big. This is a huge sectional. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You could seat 9 or 10 people there if you had them all in here, plus a chair. You could reconfigure this maybe in a way to take better advantage of the view. They're certainly taking advantage of the television and the wood-burning fireplace. This actually has a real wood-burning fireplace for the people that are purists and want to truly have that rustic feel, that real fire feel. You actually have that here. So tons of space in here, high ceilings, and great views out the window. So this is a living area, and I know I keep using the phrase to gather, but that truly is a cozy room that you can gather year-round. I think of Norris Lake as being summer, even though I live here, but there's beauty here 12 months out of the year, and I think it would be beautiful to sit here with a fire, and especially if we had a snow. We're in the garage. This house has an attached 2-car garage plus a little bit of space. You do have a sink. You have storage, place for an extra refrigerator. So this is a great addition to what some lake houses don't offer, and it's additional storage here in the house and then adjacent to that detached garage. We're in the detached garage. Do you have stuff? Do you have four-wheelers and boats and all of the accoutrement that goes with boating and being at the lake? You know, I know we have tubes and knee boards and things like that that have to be stored. And we're super close, and I don't think we've talked about this very much, but we are super close to the Cumberland Mountain Range. And so a lot of folks enjoy the lake from Memorial Day until Labor Day, and then from Labor Day until Memorial Day, they're in the mountains on side-by-sides, four-wheelers, whatever you call them, all of the little ATV vehicles. They really enjoy the mountains here. So luckily we're positioned in such a way that you can have two seasons and two totally different activities. But for the lake, and we are at a lake house, this is such a rare find. This building, and I'm going to get you the dimensions, and we'll either add it or we'll put it in the description. But this is huge, and it's got this door, and I think we can actually get a picture of just how wide this door is, that will give you an idea of how you can pull this in. And you have a paved driveway going into it. So we're not dealing with gravel, and we're not dealing with a rough access. The upstairs private area, we have a bedroom, a full bath, and then let's go back to the main suite. This room is huge and feels even larger because of the high ceiling. You do have access to the deck here. You can see the lake for sure. The furniture is big. This is a king-size bed, so when you're looking at it, just know this is huge furniture. There's tons of room. There's room to square dance in here if you wanted to. You've got an attached bath. And let's walk on around and take a look at that. I'm gonna let Colton get us a video of that. We're in the basement. We have a sleeping room here and a bar. This is a perfect addition to a basement rec room. This basement rec room bar area actually has a wood burner fireplace and lots of space. The windows bring in a lot of light. Even though you're on a lower level and you're in a basement, so to speak, this rec room is sun-filled. I mean, you can see the sun coming in here. We do have the lights on, but you've got lots of space, a wood burner here, fireplace that actually goes into the fireplace upstairs, I think. And we have a little patio covered deck area out here. Let's go take a look. Out here we've got a hot tub and a lake view in a beautiful spot right off this rec room. There's even a stone slab here. This is a great place to enjoy being outside and looking at the lake. This basement lower level is finished off with 2 more rooms for sleeping and a bathroom. Come on, let's look at them. So you got a full bath here. We've got a bunk room in here and a bedroom here. We're gonna walk down to the water's edge, and I want you to take note of how pleasant a walk this is to the lake. And I know we talk about this a lot on Norris Lake, but sometimes the approach to the water is a challenge. Now, if the house is where you want it and the house is what you want, I think a lot of folks are willing to overlook a rough approach to the water, but you don't have that here. So let's go take a look at the water's edge. Today would be a good day to have a fire in this fire pit. It is a little chilly, a little breezy, but actually for November it's not too bad. And Norris Lake you can enjoy 12 months out of the year. But this fire pit would certainly feel good right now. So for the sellers, this is one of their favorite areas year-round. Of course, today it would feel good to have a fire in that fire pit, but in the summers they certainly do use this, and it's a great evening spot to gather right here at the water's edge. Norris Lake you can use 12 months out of the year, and this is a great spot to be. Now the sun is going to come up right over there, and so they have sunrise here and a beautiful sunrise on their dock. This house on Norris Lake is spectacular in that you don't have a terribly steep driveway, you've got a lot of land, your detached garage building outside has got tons of space. It's so deep, it's huge. You've got water under your dock at the, let's see, we're in November, the elevation is 1,004, 1,005, about 5 more feet it's going to go down, which is awesome. We're going to insert some pictures maybe of the summer pool, but you know, you have a cove location which gives you a protected area for your swimming off the dock and enjoying your dock. But also you've got great morning views, and then in the afternoon you're not getting beaten up by the afternoon sun, so you can enjoy the fire pit. When I asked the sellers what they liked the most about this house, I mean, they mentioned the yard, the storage, the fire pit, the location. One thing to remember about Norris Lake is it is a huge lake, and with all the different shoreline, there's over 800 miles of shoreline, which is very similar to the coast of California. Of course, there was this tributaries and coves that make that up. But one thing to remember is each different area is unique. And so we're located in Big Creek. So the Big Creek area of Norris Lake is a great location, and it's not quite as busy as some other more popular areas on the water. So check it out, do a little bit of research, ask your friends that come to Norris Lake what they think about this area. I think they're going to tell you that it's a great place to be. Thank you for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed this tour, and share it if you like this or think other people might want to see it. If you have any other questions about the property, please send us a message or write them in the comments below, and we will try to get you the answers. Thanks again for joining us. My name's Tracy.